Welcome into the Thanksgiving spectacular that is the Power Hour, thus just 2 days prior to the holiday. And I'm excited to be here tonight. My cohorts are a little late joining the party tonight. The mighty cactus is a little under the weather, so her participation may be a little limited tonight, if at all. Have not talked to Red or Rion today, so hopefully they will be here a bit later. But you know what? We're going to soldier on. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of things to discuss tonight here on this show. So, you know what? If you can't do it by yourself, why do it at all? So here we go. I put out the post today for the Thanksgiving holiday. I was very interested to see, who had things to give thanks for. So when I did the show post this morning, I said, hey, if you want to post what you are thankful for, I will read them on this show. So we're going to do that. We're going to read these things, and we want people to participate with the show. We don't do it live necessarily anymore because I'm limited in my technological advancements. Hoping that the JFW guys can help me out with my technology at some point. But that's neither here nor there. So we're going to get started with thanks from social media for this holiday season. Starts off with our friend Turtle from JFW, speak of the devil, right? And this morning, Turtle wrote, there's a lot I'm thankful for. Can't really pick one, but the list is long from a wrestling standpoint, though. And he's had a pretty big year. This is true. I'm thankful for the fans, as he should be, because he's the most over ref and amphibian in America. The fans in many promotions this year alone have given me goosebumps and tears of joy. Thank you for all the support you've given me. I'm still struggling to get where I want to be, but you fans are preventing me from quitting. Thank you all. See, I think that's very important. And thank you, Turtle, for participating in the show. You're technically co-hosting it with me right now because I'm doing a little bit of a solo act at this point. That's an amazing in-depth situation that you bring up. The fans, where would we be without them? In this business, the wrestling business, if nobody shows up, we're wrestling with ourselves. We're doing nothing to entertain. There's nobody to react with. There's nobody to generate heat for. There's nobody to get pops from. So the wrestling fans and the roller derby fans, to be fair, are the most important things that we deal with. I mean, sure, it's great to have a great dance partner. It's great to have a good locker room. It's great to have a good working environment. But if you don't have people that come in and watch and support what you do, it makes it a little, that there's not as much reason to do it. Fortunately, much like Turtle and myself, we work for some great places where we have amazing fans and an abundance of them. And, not everybody has that. So to feel thankful for it, that's amazing. And, the Turtle, very sentimental this time of year, usually kind of a cavalier prick. Just kidding, Turtle. Happy Thanksgiving. But, it makes a good point. The fans have given him the love and support that maybe his peers haven't always given him. And it's kept him entertained enough and wanting to do this enough to stay with it for at least another year, because I know he's booked heavily in 2023. So thank you, Turtle, for participating, and have a happy Thanksgiving. Let's move on. Also on that same post, our good friend Amanda decided to chime in, and Amanda is thankful for Sharon Pierce. Now, Sharon Pierce is one of her running buddies. They go to all the CSW shows. We see them quite frequently, friends with the BOZ. And if you're friends with the BOZ, that's all right with me, and whatever hyperbole you want to go with. But she's thankful for Sharon Pierce for being a lifelong friend, literally knowing her since she was a baby, introducing her to a scene where I can let loose, see some talent, and meet some awesome people. I'll never forget when I met Boz and Kimmy, of course, Steve Boz and Kimmy Zilla. You know them pretty well. I talk about them here frequently. And how I instantly felt like a part of the family. And, that's very important at CSW and other places. You want to make the fans feel at home, feel wanted, and feel good and entertained, for sure. So that's awesome. During those years, I was lucky enough to watch my brother wrestle for CSW. Eye Candy, we remember him very well. Always thought he was a spectacular wrestler. I'd like to see him do things again at some point. Live out his childhood dream, and I got to spend months into years and years losing my voice on Friday nights in our little section. Well, Sharon and I met so many influential people in my life, go to many feds, learn all about wrestling, and be one of the lucky ones to hear all the Baza stories. And there are many BOZ stories. If you go to the after party to CSW show, you will hear 10 to 15 BOZ stories every after show. The Boz loves to spin yarns and tell the tale. So that is, I've actually seen that occur, and that does happen. Let's see, where did I end off here? I'm lucky to have someone who not only looks out for me the way she does, but as much fun as she is, parentheses, added bonus, finding people like you and Turtle, that's me and Turtle, who hold my heart on guard it. I'm blessed for you both. Well, Amanda, thank you very much for your kind words on social media today. We're certainly thankful that you're there every month in your little section, and you guys care so much and cheer so much. Wouldn't be the same without you. And there are a lot of fans. Got to see a lot of people Friday night at CSW. A lot of people came out for that show. I was able to get out from the back faster than normal, so I got to see a lot of people that I don't get to see very regularly. So it's great to just spend time, talking and, reminiscing and talk about the show, talk about what we're doing next, et cetera, et cetera. Because you never know how long you're going to be doing this. You don't know how long you're going to be in this business. We're kind of blessed to be in it as we are. And joining us now is the urban sensation, the icon known as C-Red. And I know it's been a tough day for C-Red, so we will get from him what we can, but we won't ask too much tonight. How you feeling, Red?
I'm all right.
Yeah. Well, we love you. You know this, and we'll do what we do tonight. I was just going through some of the social media posts that people put on the post today that I asked for, as far as giving thanks. I talked about Turtle. Amanda, they said some nice things on social media. And the next one I'm going to run through is someone you know very well that comes to many shows and is a big fan of yours, Amy Renee. I am thankful for you and your friendship, speaking to all of us at the Power Hour, which is amazing. We appreciate that so much. And all of my wrestling family. I am thankful for my children, friends, and family. People can have all the money in the world, but never be as rich as people with love in their lives. And I think that that encapsulates the spirit of a lot of people. It's the value of who you are, the value of who you know, and the value of who you love might be more important in some cases than any kind of currency that you might seek. What are your thoughts, Red?
Um, I guess that can be held true. Just depends on how you look at it, I guess.
Well, hey, like I said, perception is everything. And, there's always one troll out there that takes a good intentioned situation and shits all over it. And of course, wouldn't be social media without one of those trolls. And of course, we get the trolliest of trolls. The villain, Joey Roth, says, "I'm thankful I'm not you," meaning me. So, Joey, thank you. Fuck you. And a list of other things. We'll be seeing you December 3rd when you return to Rocket Pro. I hope you're still wearing your neck brace that I provided for you. And if you need some more influence to stay away, I'll be happy to do it again. But we'll talk more about wrestling and upcoming things in just a little while. I want to talk about CSW this past Friday night in Franklin Park. I want to talk about it because not only was it the season finale and was a great show, I'm very, very happy and very excited when my partner here comes up to those shows because nobody bleeds CSW more than him. Red, you made an impact at CSW like you always do. Not only were you in your vintage garb I haven't seen that red suit in a minute. But you were also amazing. You, Marche, Jazz, Willie, all together in that ring. It's like time stands still. Once again, I'm that kid watching those soul touches do what they do. And the hijinks and the brotherhood and the camaraderie. Everything hit me right in the feels. Standing out there watching you guys do your thing is amazing. Just to be in that moment, in that arena for that occasion, to watch you guys create something, a moment in time that you guys always do. Whenever the soul touches are involved in something, they create moments, they create magic. What was your perception of your time at CSW this past Friday?
I don't know about making an impact.
I think you watched the video when you guys walked out and we got the music right. We were a little worried that the music wouldn't get right, but I got with Brandon. I'm like, you got to play this. And when that music hit, you guys came out and you started to get into it a little bit. Man, that I felt like I was in Chikara. Like, I'm back. Let's lock these guys up. Let's have them fight the Hate Keepers.
That was the funny part because we oh Lord.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Here's the funny part.
We they asked, are we dancing? I'm like, no, we're not dancing. We're not dancing.
You kind of danced. There was some dancing.
It came, but
and you didn't know I was going to get that done. You didn't know I was going to get that music done.
No, and it was like,
got you.
Yeah, you said it, but it was. I don't know. People don't understand. There's something magical. And I guess that's the best way I can put it. No matter what you're going through, when your music hits and you have to walk out in that curtain, you're instantly transformed. And I get it. It's a different crowd. So not everybody knew who we were, and that's fine. But for those
that that everybody knew who you were. Fuck that shit. Fuck that modesty. Fuck.
No, because I did watch.
Everybody knows who the touches are. They watch the New Day on TV and say, "Look, it's a dollar stop version of the touches."
Because I saw the video and they didn't even give a damn about us. They wanted the women's match next.
Well, we'll talk about all the matches, and we've got a lot to talk about there. Tonight, we've got a few surprises laced and woven through the show. I was telling the kids before you came on, Red, that the Mighty Cactus is mightily under the weather here at the holiday season. So I don't think she is going to be joining us, but we'll still talk roller derby and all of that. I'm certainly thankful for her, as I know you are as well. But like I said, we got a lot to talk about tonight. A lot of different things happened over the weekend. You're going to have to fill me in on SCW since I was absent. I have to fill you in on the power of the Megatron, shall we say, and how you need to come out and watch a derby match, because it will blow your mind what they do. And we'll talk a little bit about that too. Plus, we got a preview CTW. We got Crash Tested this Saturday night in Hobart. It's a Crash Givings, an event we have done many times together over the years. A little bit of IPW, Turtle and you have a little matchy match that I saw in the little graphic today. Boy, I'm going to be a little conflicted there. That's Turtle's always had my back, but you are my partner. So, geez, that's a terrible confliction to me.
I didn't see no graphic, but hey, who am I?
I know who you are. You're the leader of the Soul Touches. And when you came through, I talked to you moments before while you guys were getting ready to come out. and then you came out, and it's like you are a completely different person. I love it when the switch flips and you go from being my friend Sean to the urban sensation, and you brought Willie in, and that induction was absolutely flipping perfect. You, my friend, are a wordsmith, and when I'm done with my GM gig, I certainly hope that they look to you to carry on our tradition, because I think you'd be one hell of a GM. You would take less shit than I do and would probably get things done way quicker than I do.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I can't wait for Rion to get here and we go through our predictions.
I was looking for the prediction sheet, and I couldn't find it. So I'm gonna, when he gets here. See, I when nobody showed up at 6:40, so I was like, fuck it, I guess I'm doing a solo show tonight. So I just started, going through what I could go through by myself. So when I saw the little login that, oh fuck, thank God Red's here, because hey, if we got to kick an old school power hour like we do, we'll entertain the masses because that's what we do. Overall, what did you think of your CSW experience? I mean, Willie had his family there. I thought that was beautiful.
Dude, for his father to be there. See,
I know, right? And that's got to hit. That's got to hit you in a way. That's got to hit you in a way.
For me, I'm gonna hold it together. Anything that I've been inducted to, my father has not been able to physically be here. And on a lot of levels, that hurts. Knowing toward the end of his life, he was my greatest supporter. Nobody else. So for us, and he was there before you got there. And
I never had the pleasure of meeting Papa Red. Hey, see Red?
Yeah.
We're going to hold this for a minute because surprise number one is here. We're going to get back to this because I really want to hear your thoughts, but I only have a certain amount of time with our special surprise guest. Joining us here on the Power Hour, so we may throw roses at him here for Thanksgiving, is a man that liberated Chicago-style wrestling, and now he's gone. He was there for a second, and now he's gone. I don't know what happened. Maybe he'll come back. I hope he comes back, but I got to believe he's going to come back. And here he comes. So this is the man that has gone from literally the end of the line, and over the past 4 years has gone from the back of the line, the back of the bus, fought, clawed, scratched his way to the front, 10 Futures Royals. All that time vested from 2017 until last Saturday night. And finally, after 2 out of 3 falls from hell, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present our Thanksgiving surprise, none other than CSW's brand new champion, robbing that prick Joey Avalon of a year. This is Echo freaking Rico.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can hear you. I can see you. I can respect you. I can love you. You put the champ in championship, Axel Rico. Congratulations. Yeah. What a fucking year for you, my friend. Yeah. God damn.
Yeah, dude, your intro went so crazy. My dog wanted to join the little cast you got going on there.
You got all kinds of fans, man. You got all kinds of fans. You guys took it to the limit, and I saw you brought something out of Avalon that I didn't expect. At the beginning of that match, before it started, he gave me the shovel. He
yeah,
Sierra from the ring. He's like, I am going to beat this guy without any assistance. I'm going to do it one-on-one. That being said, as hard as he fought and as quality a champion as he was, he just couldn't get it done. Hey, we got Noah's Ark.
Everybody wants to be part of the podcast, man.
I'm just telling you. I'm just glad you're here. Axel, take us through the match. Take us through your moment. The screamers to the end. What a night.
Well, I've been telling a lot of the people that were there that or that messaged me or all that like maybe today my neck and my back feel better. You know what I mean? So like it was one of those things where it really was a fight. And I, like what you were saying, like I took Joey to a level. For these like past 5-6 months between him, he has taken me to exceed, what I thought was my normal to like my new. And that match, even though like I was really worried we were going to start at midnight, but I knew like no matter what, we were going to fight. I didn't care if it lasted 30 minutes to an hour or if we were going to go until Sunday morning or even Thanksgiving evening. You know what I mean? Like we were going to finish that fight. It was going to be a hard fought fight no matter what. And I'm very happy he did with what he did and said, let's just make it one-on-one. So that I had no excuses because, like I never said I had any excuses. I said, bring out whatever you got to do to beat me, buddy, every single time. But I knew, he hurt my leg early. So that kind of tainted me a little bit and got me nervous. But, I realized, like in the middle of it, they're throwing streamers at you. They're cheering your name, Axel. Some of them want to pass out, but for some reason they are staying up just to see how this ends. I knew I had to give them everything I had. I had to shake the cobwebs out, shake all the nerves, all the pain, and just get through it because you knew what the outcome needed to be. So it really was an honor. And like, I've maybe looked at this maybe 7 times since Friday and I still can't believe it. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that I still see myself as that guy that started, in 2017, that walked through the doors of what we call the Bozatorium.
The Bozatorium.
And the fact
I've been to
that
Bozatorium, it's not very large.
But I still see that as like yesterday. So the fact that all this time, I've grown so much, and the fact that I've been able to do so much with it, but no matter what, know where my home is and finally got the richest prize in the game when it comes to home. So I'm so happy. I can't wait to see, because it, just because I have this doesn't mean the job's done. That just means the job just started and it's only going to get more difficult. So
we aren't just whistling Dixie there, because the winner of the Ring of Destiny match,
yes.
Conan Lycan from the Hate Keepers.
Yeah.
I want to take you back to the third and final fall, or shortly before that, in the championship match. That is when the Hate Keepers, Hollister, Boucher, Marston, Tupu, Lycan, rushed the ring. Yeah. Now, I never really thought that Avalon was part of their ilk. I just thought Avalon was kind of unfortunate recipient of their interference when they beat the holy piss out of you a month ago, and used every finishing maneuver they had twice on you to just abuse you in a match that was awful. Yeah. They came out and they surrounded the ring, and it looked like it was going to be business as usual. Axel gets screwed again. When you saw the entire, now when I say, I'm not just saying a few cats from the back, the entire fucking CSW locker room ran the Hate Keepers out of the building. How did that make you feel? They came and had your back at your darkest moment when it looked like oblivion was going to suck you down. How did it feel to have the support of the gang in the back? Because you know what? When you are a leader in that locker room, they will put their lives on the line for you. And they did. They came out in numbers.
Yeah. it really made me realize that, because I always, since recently with CSW, I've been going out there. I've been going against people like Inestra. I've been going against, whoever CSW put in front of me. May, even Mr. Swoggle himself. Like, it didn't matter who, but I always came out alone and put that goal and set in stone that it's like, I am Axel Rico, but I am a wrestler. You know what I mean? I want to prove to people that I know how. I want to be shown. I want to be that guy that, that can kick ass, but also be that good guy that can help out with whatever is needed. Every Tuesday I try to go to, Chicago style wrestling, the Bozzatorium, to help out all the people that want to be wrestlers. You know what I mean? If you want to be a wrestler, I want to help you. And it really hit me that, the fact that the first time it happened, they came, like people like that chip eating guy, like to the point where Sky Blue even came out afterwards, and, they wanted to help out. And the fact that they, our final match, and, people like Marche, Jack Moody, Brew Baker, and all of them came out to be like, you know what, this isn't happening again, really made me feel like everything I've done inside and outside of the ring has really come together. Like, I've become that guy that really helps out and gets that respect back, because I give so much respect to the wrestling business. You know what I mean? Like, inside and outside, training people. If you want to be a wrestler and you go through me, I'm going to give you honesty. I'm going to give you everything that I have in this brain, in this body. And Chicago knows that. CSW knows that. And it really shows that all of my hard work inside and outside has been there. And I know no matter what, I know the fans, because I talked to some of those guys that had the Axel Rico signs. They were about to jump that barricade too. Yes. So thank goodness. So really, thank goodness that the
lighting trusses were in danger. The lighting trusses were in danger.
Yeah, I was about to say, but Boz Marco, you might have to take something from my bill, because those barricades were about to go smashing down, and that ring might have been having a few hundred people trying to make this not happen.
I'll remember the sign: if Axel loses, we riot. And they're so passionate about you, and it's so well deserved. Red, you were a special guest introducing Willie. You got a chance to see the big heavyweight match. You saw Axel in all of his Puerto Rican glory. Why are you shaking your head?
Axel knows I left before his match.
Oh, I didn't know you left. Well, you didn't say goodbye to me. I just assumed you stayed for the whole.
You were on broadcast. Interesting. Well, it wasn't interesting at all. I hadn't ate since 2:00.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
And I had a doctor's appointment at 7:15, and I couldn't eat until afterwards. So I was in a very not feeling good mood. But I looked Axel in his face. Am I lying, Axel? He'll tell you. I looked him in his face, and I told him, just go do you. You got this. Go do you. Here's something that probably nobody knows, of course. I've watched Rico since he has came on the scene. And at first I was like, okay, who is the little kid making all the damn? Because you don't hear too many rumblings unless they're really doing something.
2 words: proving grounds.
That's true.
That's all I'm gonna say.
So when I got in the ring with Axel, he showed me, okay, I can respect him a lot more, because I see everything that people are saying is true. Now, here's the strange part.
Wait, what? Oh.
No.
All right, I'm gonna let you have that one. Wait. No. Are you sure it wasn't the funny part?
I'm positive.
All right, that's my first time out. I got 2 left.
Positive. So I get home after a hellacious another train.
Yeah.
Ugh. No, I caught a train leaving. Not just one coming, caught one leaving.
Those trains are a bit.
So I get home. I get comfortable. And I already know I can't eat and all I can drink is water. I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna smoke one cigarette and I'm gonna drink a bottle of water and I'm gonna go to bed. And first, I see a post from Joey Avalon.
Yep.
And I see a post with him and Sierra, both with the titles. And I'm going to admit, I picked Joey Avalon.
He did.
Because I figured there would be some kind of shenanigans. So I'm like, okay, all right, guess my pep talk didn't go as well I thought it was going to go. And then I kept scrolling. And then I see the new CSW champ,
Yep.
Axel Rico. Hold on. Like, I'm literally sitting at my table trying to figure out what can possibly happen. And I go back up and I see his post again. And then I look at the timestamp. And then I go back down and I look at CSW's timestamp. And I say, Rico has to be the new champ. He has to.
Has to.
Oh,
the clock struck midnight.
but I'm still not clear until the next morning, sitting at the doctor's office.
Yep.
And I'm waiting to be called and I'm scrolling. And then there's the footage.
Yep.
Of the entire locker room coming out and you defeating Joey Avalon.
Yep.
So I hate I missed it. But I wouldn't have been good anyway, because I'd have probably bit somebody's toe off or something.
It's it was a moment that you get very few epic moments in this business. You get plenty of moments, but none like this. When that 1, 2, 3 happened and that crowd exploded and they rushed the ring and all the stuff was happening, it took your breath away. It was the biggest thing I've seen. I mean, we had the street fight with Brubaker and Capri last year. We had the one this year. Those are holy shit moments. But this was an oh my god, the Undertaker just threw Mick Foley off the top of the steel moment, where it changes everything. The entire trajectory of CSW, the landscape has completely changed for 2023 for the better.
Thank you. That means a lot, and it wasn't easy. You know what I mean? It was not easy. Like, I knew we had the crowd like nails to a chalkboard, and I knew they had at least 2 or 3 good, let's all do 1, 2, 3 together. And I knew this, I did a call back to Joey. He told me, like, they always try and they can't do shit. And my final line was like, hey, guess what, buddy? I tried. And then I kneed him in the face. So, like, I think everyone knew. They're like, man, am I gassed out? But that's the period to the 6-month story that me and him put together. And, the most respect for him, because he is a fighting champion.
No doubt.
He is a heavyweight champion, and he is smart. Those are 3 things you do not find in all of, in not just like the most popular wrestlers, but like it is very hard to find in any person. The fact that they can be that person they say they're going to be. They're going to be as difficult, like that hard boss that you see at the end of a game, or like that hard level, and be smart and know what they're doing. That's very hard to find. And the fact that I was able to beat that final, person on the mountain, to be then that person at the mountain, to see who's going to beat all these other people to try and get on there. It felt so good to
You
finally
beat out Iron Mike Tyson in the Iron Mike Tyson. That's what happened there. For those of you that remember that game, that's what I think about when you make that analogy.
Yes.
So you're the champ. You've realized
Yeah.
your dream of many years.
Yes.
Here's something that I want to just put out there.
Okay.
I've known you a long time. I've known you from your pre-show days.
Yeah.
Everybody always comes up to me that works the Futures Royal and works the pre-show stuff and does that kind of thing. And they do it with repetition and they say, I just feel like I'm spinning my wheels. I don't want to do this anymore. I feel like I have more to offer than just being a curtain jerker in a Futures Royal or a curtain jerker in a pre-show match. I deserve more. I deserve better.
Yeah.
I always say, well, that's a way you can look at it, or you can look at Axel Rico, who spent a long period of time doing just that, getting better and better, impressing more and more till he got to the point that he became the best that CSW has to offer. So I say to all those people that poo-poo the Futures Royal, that poo-poo pre-show matches, I can obviously you're my favorite example of it, but there's a guy named Miles Mercer that had a very similar trajectory. Did a lot of pre-shows back in the day, stuck with it, and now has championship gold all over the place. It's a process.
Yeah.
And you have to earn that shit. You have to want that shit bad. But when you do and you stick to it and you become great, you become larger than life, you too can become Axel Rico.
That's true. And like the way I see it, there's the metaphor of like you don't want to be the guy sitting on your hands. You know what I mean? You don't want to get used to, crap. You don't want to get used to. So like at first I was very much like that. You know what I mean? You got to be honest, right? Like you don't want to just be the pre-show. You don't want to be the curtain jerker. You don't want to be the guy or the girl that just is out there to be like, let's start the show off, because everybody else is amazing. Like obviously not. But if you do stay on your hands and you keep doing the rumbles, you keep doing you don't branch out, you don't whatever, then you're gonna stay there. You know what I mean? Like if you stay complaining, if you stay, sitting on your hands, where else are you going to be? You're sitting on your hands. Like, so that's why, as I'm still doing CSW every single month, but what else am I doing? I'm reaching out to Gally Lucha. I'm reaching out to people that I know, like, hey, Chris Miller, where are you going this weekend? I'll be in a car with you. I'll help out whatever I need to do. And like, keep getting in the brains of other people, getting in the brains of different promotions, reaching, like talking to Marche at CSW and at Rocket Pro Wrestling or all those different things, because like, that's how I met C-Red at Crash Tested, picked his brain and just listened. You know what I mean? There's a difference between being in a locker room and just sitting on your hands being like, okay, I'm going to do the Rumble and then I'm going to go home and complain that I didn't do anything. Or you can do the Rumble and see what everyone ahead of you that has finally made it to the point where you want to be at this said Rumble, get their knowledge, just listen without being, like, oh, what I really taking everything in and then putting it onto your own spin and then making it your own. And then the second that window of opportunity opens up where Chicago style wrestling asks you to debut, or oh man, someone didn't show up, there's a 6-man opportunity, take it and then look where it happens. Because like I didn't debut for CSW until our first outdoor show after the pandemic.
I remember it well, you and Mateo in the same show.
So 2017 is when I started to do Rumbles. I started to just look like I'm wearing long boxer briefs with Frida Kahlo on them and all that stuff, just to try to make myself look different. But I was doing it wrong. But the second that opportunity knocked, what did I do? I got real good gear. I got kick pads. I got shirts. I got everything that I learned from all the different locker rooms and all the different people that I talked to. And then the second I made my debut at CSW, who did I hear from? Boss, TJ, Marche. I got all these people saying, like, where have you been? You know what I mean? Like, that's where you need to think of your mindset. Like, you got to get away from sitting on your hands and realizing to get rid of those hands from their legs and start reaching and listening and writing down and like taking in the information, because the business will eat you alive unless you learn to adapt and get the information that you need from everyone that has been doing it. What can I say? And then here I am, just to prove the point that with hard work, and even though it took 5 years to be stupid and learn and do all the grinding, what's up?
Hey, I know Francisco Rico is proud somewhere, sitting
true.
back with his bowl full of jelly.
That's true.
When you came to Rocket Pro, I remember this vividly. We're going, I'm on commentary and we're talking about the show before it starts, and my broadcast partners are like, okay, so we're going through who are these people? I'm like, you don't know Axel Rico?
No,
just wait. Just wait. I remember when they messaged me and said, we see you work with Axel Rico at Chicago Style. What can you tell us? Well, I went on I made an essay on a Facebook post. Well, this is what I think. This is what I've seen. This is what I know. And when they brought you in and you had your match there, after the show, we're cleaning up and, I'm getting changed. And the guy that does the booking comes over and says, man, you did not describe him half as much as he showed up did tonight. I'm like, you can only describe thunder and lightning one way. It shoots across the sky like a firecracker. And that's right. What you've done, Axel Rico. You have gone everywhere. You have done everything, but I know you still have a lot to do.
That's true. I mean, even this weekend, day after Thanksgiving, I got a show Friday and Saturday just because I won this, like literally that weekend. Oh my God, my cat's going to come in again. Hi there. Come here, little thing. She wants to take the attention away from Axel Rico. I'm sorry.
That is Cat Rico in the house.
But like, even after I won this bad boy, you know what I did? I worked Saturday, I worked Sunday, and it's just like most people will say, like, Daniel Bryan said it the best. Like, I worked the night right after WrestleMania and I won the heavyweight championship. Like, just because that just means that, boom, got to keep going, got to keep grinding. It never stops until you say, I'm done. And let me tell you, like, this has actually just fueled me to even want to do more and want to like reach to higher goals, because like now what do you do as a champion? Now you have to set yourself up as like, how was Axel Rico's run and how was Axel Rico afterwards? Who did he lose it to? Who did he go against? And all that other stuff. Like this is just the beginning of the story. Right, Cat Rico?
Cat Rico says yes. There will be a long line of people starting with Conan Lycan that are going to be gunning for you. You got a mark on your back. Axel?
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. You are the one person at CSW that has come on my shows regularly. You have supported my social media, and you're one of the reasons why I decided to come back in 2023 and do CSW again. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being such an awesome guy. Thank you for being such an amazing talent. And we are thankful for you. We are thankful for your talent. And I wish you all the luck in the world in 2023, my friend. Keep living that La Sociedad life.
Yeah, without you guys, supporting, the younger people or just in general to get those people that who knows, like, when you put out social media, you never know who's looking out. So the fact that you're still like you, See Red, and all the people that are reaching out in the Chicagoland scene to, get eyes on our product, because who knows who your guys are bringing in, who knows who we're bringing in, but whoever, it's all about helping good people out in the business. And I know no matter what, you guys have got my back. I know you've got the CSW faithful, the faithful around, as long as there's wrestling and you guys are supporting it and being good people, Axel Rico's got you back.
Axel Rico, CSW champion, one of the great guys in this business. Have a great holiday season. Kick ass the rest of the year, and we'll look forward to talking to you in 2023. Okay.
Hey, let's chat. Let's hang out, and let's kick some ass. Okay.
I love you, man. You have a great night and a great holiday. Okay.
Thank you. All the animals of the Rico family say goodnight as well.
The Rico animals are out. Axel Rico, the mayor of Puerto Rico, CSW champion. Thank you, sir. And he's gone. He's gone. That's Axel Rico. That is your first Thanksgiving surprise. Tonight on this show, we're all about surprises. Surprise Cactus Rack isn't here, and we'll talk about her in a few minutes. Surprise Rion is late. That's not much of a surprise. Rion comes on Rion time. Red Rocket Pro, I've been having problems lately, as you know. I've been standing a lot. I got sent home in the main event, but you know what? It's the holiday season, and sometimes we have to forgive and we have to forget. So surprise number 2 here on the Thanksgiving special, we're going to bring in Ebenezer Saint to the broadcast, and we'll try to mend a few fences. Red, you said you must mend fences. You must not be a shit starter. You've admonished me many times for stirring the pot. So joining us tonight as our special guest, following CSW champion Axel Rico, is none other than general manager of Rocket Pro Wrestling, a man that has provided excellent matches and standing room only shows since he took over this job via Joey Roth and the Idols. It's Damian Saint, and he's coming. He's there. I see him, but Damian Saint will do things on Damian Saint's own time. Red, it was you that said I should not be such a prick sometimes. But you're friends with Damian Saint. You like Damian Saint. You're a supporter. What? Axel Rico's cat got your tongue?
Yeah, he did. We got doorbells going on?
That was Damian Saint rings his own bell because he's gone.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Tonight I'm calling him Ebenezer Saint because he was visiting.
I mean, again, you stirred the pot. You've calmed down a little bit. I will give credit what credit is due. You've calmed down a little bit. Yeah, but this whole stand thing,
Well,
that's a little bit too much.
The LIM are very spirited fans, and they have started a movement, and they insist that I be allowed to sit. And you know what? To his power, to his credit, GM Saint will bow to no one. He does what he does for his reasons, though we don't know what they are. But tonight we want to, and there he is. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Rocket Pro Wrestling General Manager. He is none other than Damian Saint. Welcome back to the Power Hour on Thanksgiving week, Mr. Saint. How are you?
Oh, good. How about yourself, Stevie?
Well, I'm reflecting. I'm filled with holiday spirit, trying to mend fences, build connections, cleanse the sins of the past, which is, fortuitous that you have taken time out of your very busy schedule to join us tonight. You and I have, mainly by my hand, I have been pointed out by my cohorts here on this show. Maybe I have created my own drama at RPW, maybe. But they say that you are doing an outstanding job, and you are. The last 3 shows have been spectacular. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You know what? I get a little extra cardio when you make me stand, maybe. So maybe you have my best interests at heart after all. But you made an impact on me when you sent me home. And I realized that despite the handshake and the hot dogs And despite all of the standing, perhaps my moments at Rocket Pro are more fleeting than I thought, because I didn't think there was anybody who could do commentary as good as me. And then I got to hear you do commentary at the end of that show, and I started to think to myself, well, maybe I should watch my tongue.
What the hell are you doing, Rion?
Rion is driving, and he doesn't mute himself when he drives, so you're hearing the expressway.
Perfect. This I love the expressway.
Oh, my apologies. By all means, fire me. I'm good. I'm by all means.
Oh, he's
go right
the
ahead
big
and do what
catch.
you
You
need
can't
to do.
fire him. Don't do it.
By all means, I'm telling you, go right ahead. I'll be okay. I'll be 100% fine if you want to fire me. I'm good.
Rion.
I'll go ahead and mute this. Mute this, but yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you not hear the crowd when you came out at this last show?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Matter.
Rion, that matters very much to me, because guess what? That means the fans like you. The fans love you. The fans want to pay to see you. The fans will come for you, which means fill the house. It means I fill my pockets. Rion, I'm not firing you for fucking shit.
Whoa!
I guess I gotta quit.
Can't quit.
Oh, okay. You keep talking. Let me go ahead and mute this so everyone is like okay with things. Let me go ahead.
You can't let him quit. I mean, you kicked me out of the damn show for the main event. You can't let him quit.
No. Rion's not going anywhere. I won't let Rion go anywhere.
Contracts are binding, right? We've all been through this.
Yes. I think you know firsthand very well, Steve.
I do. I've learned some very painful, very financially compromising lessons. Couple of things that have happened at Rocket Pro that I find very interesting.
Yes.
With the NOCO situation, as a concerned boss, you sought to help provide them with a therapist who joined us on commentary briefly, Ms. Sarai.
Yes.
Take us through that decision-making process.
So with Miss Sarai, she's actually an old friend of mine that I've known for years.
Really?
A lot of my friends with their mental health problems. The fans like Joey, the fans like Brian, the fans love Nokos. Again, I don't know why, but that's besides the fact. That's neither here nor there. I want Nokos to stay, because just like with Rion, they put asses in seats, which makes money. The more money Rocket Pro Wrestling makes, the more money I can make, and therefore the more money everybody else can make. So, they want to keep fighting, they want to act like children, I will treat them like children. I've given them what, Steve, last 2 months to get the shit together, and they haven't. So, Papa Saint will step in and set the boundaries. They do the therapy, they go through the sessions. Miss Wright gives me the thumbs up. Hey, they are good to go. Cool. But December 3rd, if they do not work together as a tag team, meaning if one goes for a tag and the other jumps down, meaning if one doesn't show up, I will fire both their asses.
You aren't playing.
No, I'm not playing.
Time is over. I have
one thing I learned very well in my time in the Army was corporal punishment. So when people want to act stupid and they don't want to do the job properly, I know what got my ass together, and I know what got everybody else's ass together. I'll do it to them, or I'll throw them out.
Well, having been thrown out myself, though I'm not going to say I was thrown out. I was asked to leave, but I was still paid in full. So spare the rod, spoil the child, however you want to say it. You did teach me a very valuable lesson.
Steve,
hard lesson, but a lesson nonetheless.
Why? Why do you keep saying you were sent home? I told you you can go home you have off the rest of the night. You chose to walk out the door. I don't know why people don't listen to the words I say. Do I sound like Jackie Chan or Chris Tucker? Is this Rush Hour for all of a sudden?
Perhaps not.
Steve, from now on, listen to the words I say. You will come to find every word I say has a meaning and something for down the line.
Well, consider it a lesson learned. Consider it an attitude adjusted. I may not like and agree with everything you do, but I cannot argue with the impact you have made. And watching the show from this past show, Harvest Havoc, might have been your finest hour as general manager. From beginning to end, the show was absolutely electric. And I imagine the run will continue as we come to Christmas Chaos. The card has been announced, some new faces, a lot of old favorites, a lot of very interesting matches. Turtle and Sean Danger have a strange relationship. You've really got a lot of things set up, and I'll look forward to seeing the fruition of your vision, shall we say. Do you have any messages you would like to impart to not only the Power Hour crowd, but I know some of the Rocket Pro fans, like the LIM and the Rocket Boys, and the honorary Oos, who they have there now. They've been aggressive at you on social media.
Honorary what?
The honorary Oos.
What the hell is that? That sounds like
Josh cut a video. Josh cut a promo on you. A fan cut a promo on you. Is
That's probably a
amazing.
made-up name.
He's an honorary Oos. If you watch the 3 letters from Stanford.
Yeah. Okay. Like I want to sit around and watch a bunch of stupid drunks.
They're entertaining drunks. You got to give them the credit. I mean, they're part of the people that pack those seats that you talk about. Without the fans, where would we be? Without the LIM, would you be in the position you're in? Do you owe them more than you're giving them is the question.
Steve, that's a double-edged sword that no one ever sees. Everyone goes from the standpoint of, well, if the fans weren't there, you wouldn't have a show. But as well, you build the show first to bring in the fans.
Fair.
Where would the fans be if Rocket Pro Wrestling wasn't there December 3rd? Sitting on their ass, on their couch, in front of the living room, probably playing on the phone, looking at Reddit and Facebook and whatever else they're freaking looking at. It's a double-edged sword. I'm very, very tired of this whole, oh, well, the fans. I like the fans. Don't get me wrong. They're paying people. Again, I like money. Money is the focus. Money builds a company. Money builds opportunities.
Do you have any sneak previews you can drop our way about things to come in 2023?
2023. I still plan on having Jay Beck working like I have him working this whole week.
What's Jay Beck doing? What do you have Jay Beck doing this week?
Oh, I got him running errands for me every day. All day.
So Jay Beck is in servitude to you throughout the entire month?
He is my personal assistant. It's not he's assistant of the general manager. It is he is my personal assistant.
He is the Alfred to your Batman?
Yeah, we'll go with that way. And good old Conroy.
What now?
Kevin Conroy.
Oh, okay. Got it. Kevin KC. God rest his soul. Damian Saint, you and I have had a difficult year, and I blame myself for much of it. But I know you do. But I will be the guy that says, without you, it might not be as good as it is right now. So I will give the devil his due. I will showcase the merch. We will.
You mean my wonderful poster of GM Demi and Saint for $10 at Rocket Pro Wrestling December 3rd?
You can buy this, and maybe, just maybe, you can get an autograph like I do.
I'm a kind person. I'll autograph anything.
I'm gonna have something for you to autograph. All right, Damian Saint, we look forward to seeing you on December 3rd.
Absolutely, Steve. Do you mind if I give a little message to the locker room?
I would consider it an honor for you to do it on this format.
Rocket Pro Wrestling locker room for 2023. I want everyone back there to understand something. If you just do what I say, when I say, how I say, to get the job done that I am telling you to do, there won't be any conflict. Just follow the commands. And there won't be any pain. There won't be anybody getting hurt. There won't be any mental anguish. There won't be anybody losing pay. Just do what you're told when you're told and follow the commands.
Be good little children.
Or Papa Saint will step in. And you really don't want Papa Saint to step in.
Papa Saint. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Rocket Pro General Manager, referee extraordinaire, the one, the only, the magnificent beard of Damian Saint. Mr. Saint, I will see you a week from Saturday in Joliet. Thank you. And we give thanks for you.
And I give thanks for J-Beck doing everything I need him to do on Thanksgiving Day.
Ebenezer Saint. There he goes. That didn't go the way I had hoped it went. I kind of thought he'd give me absolution because I was sucking up to him. That didn't work. It works so well for you most times.
Because it's me.
That's fair. That's fair. So that's the extent of my special guests tonight. I wanted to bring in a couple of people that have been impact players in the year of 2022. In a few weeks, we will have the final episode of the year, and we are going to go out with a bang. I'm not going to tell y'all who we've got cooking for the final show, but rest assured, it might be the most entertaining power hour of all time. So stay tuned to that third week in December. You're not going to want to miss it. When Rion gets here, if Rion gets here, I will go find the sheet of paper that has the predictions, and we'll go down it, and you guys can laugh at me like, uh-oh.
Do you have a reason why I wouldn't be there?
Say it again?
Do you have a reason why I wouldn't be there?
No. Well, I mean,
do you
we had a
know
lot of
something I
strange
don't?
things. We had a lot of strange things happen tonight, Rion. Like, I started the show for the first 10 minutes by myself. Cactus is under the weather. It's been the Thanksgiving Spectacular has had some turkey.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'm still on my way.
But your pancakes are ready and they're hot.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm going to mute myself again. Lord knows I don't want to get fired. I'm lying. I'm totally fine with getting fired at this point. Totally fine. 100%. I'm gonna mute this.
C-Red, let's go back to what we were saying before we had our guest come in. We were recounting about Willie's dad being at CSW, and you were talking about your father, who is a big supporter of you right up until the very end, and how you've been inducted into Hall of Fames, and you've had awards and you've had honors, and you haven't had to share it. So I didn't mean to cut you off. I'd like to get back to that because it was powerful stuff.
No, I know you didn't cut me off on purpose. Again, so I've known Willie's father for some years now. I don't know if you heard him backstage saying or you've ever heard us. Well, when Willie was the guest and how he said we had to make him get to his own wedding. And just by me and Jay getting him first to they had a hotel already where everybody was getting dressed, and that's where his father was. And to get there, and Willie was so damn nervous, and we had to take a couple of shots. And just to hear his dad talk to him was like hilarious, because again, um, we it we got to sit back and look at Willie being talked to like he was 5, and and so it was funny for us. So for his father to be there, when his father got there, um, I hadn't even paid attention. It was his father. I knew his oldest son. I think that's when I paid attention, that I saw his oldest son. And we went over, me and Shay went over and we spoke to everybody. But for me, and it's not nowhere near that I'm jealous. But it is a special moment when you can share that moment with your father. So when he got in the ring and he acknowledged his father and his 2 boys, it's special. It's unique. You know, to get inducted the last time as the Touches, and to know that 3 of my daughters were there, that
It was an
meant
amazing day. That was one of my favorite days this past year. One of my favorite memories this year.
that meant the world to me, because you want your family to know all of your sacrifice was clearly, it wasn't for nothing, you know. And I think a lot of people don't get that. When we do what we do day in, or I should say week in and week out, month after month and year after year, and decade after decade
A
in
lot
some
of time.
cases, you know, you can look at your family and say, look, I put in that work. So it wasn't just me on purpose, you know. Yeah, I mean, call it for what you want, you know, but I don't think, you know, there's a lot of people that even not sustain. A lot of people just aren't around as long as they used to. It goes back to Rico. You followed Rico since his days of the pre-show match.
Mhm.
Um,
Just like Miles. I was there for that too.
yeah, but here are cats that get it. And what I mean by that is, I've seen it too many times, so many times. I'm sure by now you have, and I know Rion has, where guys come into business, especially now, and figure, because they do have some athletic ability, you know, so they can do the physical move part. That's nothing for them, you know, but that's it. But they feel that's enough to get them booked on shows, and they should be having matches, and after having, you know, a handful of matches, now they should be champion. And it doesn't work like that. I mean, and I should say it shouldn't work like that.
Nope.
And, you know, a lot of people look at it as, you know, me being an old head, or me being a bitter veteran, or what have you, or no.
If you don't have to earn it, how can you respect it?
Exactly, you know. A lot of people just, you know, oh, I've been here. I've put in my time. Like, dude, I've had a cup of coffee longer than you've been around. You know, so what makes you think, you know, you deserve this or you deserve that, you know?
There's a lot of entitlement going on these days. That is,
Well, that's just the
that's the
world,
world in general.
you know, and that's sad that we live in a world now where, and again, I don't, you know, I see always, I try to see both sides, you know. People talk about a thing that everybody talks about is participation trophies. You know, I played baseball growing up, you know. So kids now, you know, everybody gets a trophy.
Not back in our day, man. If we
No,
didn't,
not in our day, no. You
shit.
know, if your team, you know, like I haven't told this story here, I told it somewhere. Me and my cousin literally played in the same league. So every weekend I loved it because I got to see my cousin. And we're at the banquet. And the first year they made it, I don't know if they got, I don't think they took first. They might have took first. I don't know. They took a trophy home. Everybody got a trophy. I was one of those teams, we ain't get shit.
Nope.
I felt like shit.
Y'all, that's you want to makes you want to work harder. That's the message they're sending.
So the next year, again, our team got better and we took third. He didn't place. I still felt like shit. But I didn't feel like shit because I didn't do what I needed to do and my team didn't do what we needed to do. I just felt bad. That's my cousin, you know, and he doesn't have a trophy, you know. But in the bigger scheme of things, you know, it made my team get better the next season. Plus, our coach was an asshole, so he wasn't even around that season. So that worked out perfect for us.
Asshole coaches.
But everybody give me, give me, give me. And it's like, what have you done to get? And they can't tell you what they've done.
They can't tell you.
You know, so I'm saying all of that to say, go back, that Willie's father being there and Willie being able to acknowledge his father. You always say that I give out the roses. For Willie to give his father his roses publicly in front of everybody says a lot. It means a lot to me, especially for somebody that I couldn't do it, you know, and it wasn't because I didn't want to, just because he had already passed by then. So the experience as a whole was beautiful.
Until Chris Miller showed up.
Hey, he put his foot put it in his mouth, and Willie put it in his proverbial ass.
The pound was reborn.
You know, I don't know
I
what
thought for a
made
minute you recruited Vic Capri to be a part of the touches.
hey, so that was I don't know if that was a rib and Willie knew about it, or if that was a rib and to the crowd. But when the music hit and Vic Capri came out, and like, what? And I didn't know. I thought so at first when Vic came out, I thought maybe all the guys that had been around with Willie were coming out.
No, just Vic.
And it was just Vic, and Vic goes in the back, and I'm like, oh, well, there goes that idea.
See, that's the funny part. That's the funny part about that. Not many people realize this, but the older Vic gets, the funnier Vic gets. Now, everybody thinks about Vic Capri as this stoic, angry, I'm going to kill you just like I'm going to look at you. But Vic's funny. Vic is a funny motherfucker. And Vic will pull pranks. And Vic will have you laughing. Not many people see that side of him, but when he turns that shit on, it is fucking hilarious.
Dude, I
That's
love
the
Vic.
behind the curtain.
I love Vic. We were able to talk for a minute before things got hectic. Even because it was ironic. I was following them at the same time they pretty much both debuted. Vic was one of those guys that I was pissed about, because I'm like, I could be jacked like that if I want to. No, I couldn't. I mean, I could have. Actually, so I'm not gonna say I had the muscles as far as arms.
Vic will call himself old, and he is still built like a brick shit house.
But I was chiseled. And then I came home from the service and discovered beer and other things. Well, marijuana is legal now, so marijuana.
You can get in trouble. No.
You know, but then, you know, and hence the problem of the dead bod comes. But I looked at Vic and was like, okay, I can't do this thing. But then I would see Willie, and I'd be like, oh, I can do it. If he that big and he that agile and that athletic.
I asked Willie to pop on tonight so I could tell him that there's a whole locker room full of roller derby girls that want to put their foot in his ass.
Oh, don't worry. I told him already. I
took a lot of fucking heat over those comments. You know, usually those shows go pretty well. I was guilty by association. I had to apologize for some shit. I didn't anybody watch the show.
Yeah, they I talked with Willie at practice before I left. He don't care.
I know he don't care. But I wanted to get him on here so I can give him some of the heat that I got.
And I'm telling you, I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if that's a good idea because I feel like he'll just double down on it. And I'm not sure.
Then I'll triple dog down.
Yeah, that's the problem, Steve. You don't have to do it. You could just mute him.
I could just mute him. And that's what I was told repeatedly by many people, including our lovely co-host Cactus, that I should have just muted him.
Stopped it. You could have stopped it. At any time, you could you know what, dog, this is bad. This is going a bad route. But yeah, I'm going to mute myself.
I don't want to be Germany, 1939.
Yeah, but this is the one time where, as a collective unit, we all needed control of that damn button so we can all go mute, delete, hello, where are you?
Yeah, right.
Um,
That went downhill quickly. Just a few final thoughts on CSW. New women's champion Sierra overcomes the odds. Heather Reckless gets choke slammed to hell by Cypher. Don't know what that means for the future of that rivalry. Jack Moody and Mateo Valentine are the number one contenders to the Hate Keepers titles. The street fight ended with the Filth King getting thrown through a dozen light tubes and a cloud of cancerous materials emanated right over the commentary. So that didn't go well for me. But it was an incredibly impressive finale. Obviously, the Touches being reunited and getting to introduce the Touches one more time was really my only function outside of commentary. I didn't really have a whole lot of GMing to do because that's just not something they needed. There was so much show. And then Axel steals the night, getting his title victory. Conan Lycan wins the 10-man Ring of Destiny. So Lycan versus Rico in January. The Hate Keepers versus Big Mood in January. So moving into 2023, the action is going to get amped up. And, when we come back in January, there should be some really spirited matches and some really special guests. It was great to see Ashley Demois again. I hope we bring her back. She's one of the most outstanding women wrestlers I've ever seen. We didn't get to have Davey Richards. Davey couldn't make it, but Solante.
Yeah, she was. Woo, woo.
Yeah, I know. Red, you don't need to do it. You don't need to do it, Red.
She could sing a song.
I'll have another guest, Red, and I'm not quite sure I know who it is.
She could sing to me anytime.
I don't know who is joining us right now, but it's the Thanksgiving Spectacular. So we'll see what we got. And Rion Skills, I'm going to go get his food here in a moment. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, that's probably Willie.
All right, it's Willie the Bomb Richardson. He's back on the Power Hour. Willie, I got a lot of heat over you last week. Willie. I took some shit, Willie. Well, you got that look.
And that's the look pretty much. That's the look pretty much right there. Like, I don't give a damn.
Willie, where the hell are you? Are you in an attic? Willie, I think Willie has us on mute. Willie, we can't hear you. Maybe we don't want to hear you.
I think that might be it.
You gotta unmute your mic if you want to talk, but I might have to mute you. Don't go there. And now he's gone. Well, now he's connected to audio. This could be bad.
I can't. Hear me? That's it. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2.
Okay. Willie the Bomb Richardson joining us for consecutive weeks here on the Power Hour. I wanted to have Willie back because Willie, we were just talking about your Hall of Fame induction Friday night. How did you feel about all that?
I was good. I was great. Yeah. Until until stuff started happening and stuff like that. People want to become famous off, my treading on, what I do and what I say.
Yeah, are you talking about Chris Miller?
Yeah.
Chris Miller tried to get you.
Yes, indeed.
He said he killed you, and you came back.
Yeah, Chris Miller can't kill nobody. He can kill a ham sandwich, but he can't kill nobody. Yeah.
You can kill a ham sandwich, he said.
Mr. Rion Skills. I'm glad you're there.
He's glad you're here.
I just saw you an hour ago.
Yeah. Hey. It was 3 of us. Now it's just 2. I'll tell you about it later. He ran off crying. I made him cry.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
I don't even want to know.
Uh,
No,
uh.
just some people shouldn't be wrestling. That's all.
Nobody knows that better than me.
Woo! We made him cry. Made him cry.
We didn't do shit.
Good.
I was driving. Whatever happened while I was gone, that's on you.
God, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later.
Fine.
Oh,
So you're actively still there.
yes, yes. With with a tear in my eye and a life-threatening situation, come back and do bodily harm to me. Like, okay, dude, all right. You know, I like it. Hey, my thing is, don't spend a couple of more minutes in this world. Go ahead, take that sharp knife and do what you gotta do. Shit.
What are you
He ain't joking, Rion.
Yeah,
He ain't joking.
I know. Man, I told him I wish I had a plastic butter knife. Boy, I go for your throat right now. Quit playing.
What did I miss?
You aren't supposed to be in the wrestling business.
How people want to get into the.
No, you don't.
All right,
No,
then.
you don't. Maybe you do.
He's not dressed like a ninja.
Huh?
He's not dressed like a ninja, is he?
No, I mean, if you just want to drop that bunch of knowledge, you can, because we're the only ones that get that reference. So you go right ahead. If you want to go.
And Rion, I wish you would have told me he had that title in his bag. Cause man, I'd have grabbed it.
Oh no, I know who it was.
Cause I wish I would have known it. Cause man, I'd have said a couple of fire sticks to it. Yeah. After I booted in the gut.
You have fire sticks? You just have active fire sticks.
Rion, is this who I think it is?
Who do you think it is, sir?
A gentleman that we both know well, and we used to share a locker room together.
Oh, hold on 1 second. See, Steve, this is how you say stuff without saying stuff. You can just talk to each other and acknowledge it. And if you know, you know. This way you don't get in trouble for dumb shit. You just say it. You don't say a name. And if you decide to say a name, it's not the same name everyone else knows. You could just make up a name. Like you could say like Dragon Dude, and then it's just out there in the world. Because if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't.
That's what I thought you were talking about. So now I get it.
You can just say it.
What's his name?
There are many wrongs.
What's his name? What was his name? His real name? Yeah.
Well, he's talking with Jed right now.
Because I was just asking.
Talking with Jed right now.
Because here's the thing, I still don't even know his name.
Good.
And that's how much of an argument we got into. I don't even know his name.
If you know, you know.
Perfect. That's perfect.
My point. Exactly.
Willie, does this mean you're going to be at Crash Tested Wrestling this Saturday night in Hobart, Indiana?
Why, yes, I am.
Willie, the bomb is back at CTW. Wait a minute.
Oh, I didn't say I was doing anything. I just said I was going to be there.
Go ahead, Steve. Let's go down this road. Let's see how far down this rabbit hole
if you know, you know.
Go ahead. No. Come on, let's go.
Hey, I can say.
I got time today. What you got?
I ain't got no time. We got a lot to cover. I ain't got no time. Got no time. Got no time.
Yes,
come on. We still got other shows to cover, and
agreed.
We do. Willie, what did you think of CSW now? It's been a minute since you've been there. How do you think it's grown? Do you think it's grown? Are you happy with it? Do you love it? Do you like it? Do you hate it?
I can't love it if I'm not there. That's one point. I watch it every now and then. I watch it for matches, but like I said, it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's evolving, into a better brand, bigger brand and stuff like that. But as say liking it and loving it, can't love it if I can't like it if I'm not there.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment. Did your family have a good time at the induction?
Oh yes, 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 indeed.
Man,
I
your
say,
little dude has gotten big. He's taller than you.
I went over there and said, Willie Moon is so did you like, he said, did you like my induction? He said, yeah, I like it. When you coming out? I'm like, man, the show is over, man. What you talking about?
Oh, that's great.
Let me take you back to your room. You done for the night.
It was really great stuff seeing Willie, Jazz, Marche, and Red in the ring again. There's just something about that dynamic that never fails to satisfy.
Yeah, hey, when you got the most charismatic people in the ring at the same time, that's what happens. Yeah.
And we got a pounce out of Rion. Miller got a pounce. He pounced the crowd.
Did you say Rion?
It was Miller.
You said you got a pounce out of Rion.
No, pounce out of Miller.
No, Rion don't get pounds. Rion get urban lariat. Yeah, and wait a minute, and puts his hands up when it's coming. You see, it comes in, and he still puts his hands up, and I still throw it. I'm like, fuck it.
You don't give a fuck about nobody's lives, Willie. So why do I need to take that ass for the sake of ass whooping? I'm taking one.
Oh, hey, you got the soft one, boy. Dudley got the full bottle. Hell, he got the full blast. I'm like, Dudley, you gonna put a hand up? What? Oh, hey. They go my answer right there. Quit playing.
I've dealt with Team Damn It. I've dealt with the cats. Why y'all over here talking shit? Funny, maybe for y'all. Maybe y'all, it's all fun and games until you take an ass whooping. I didn't have my first ass whooping. I didn't have just knocked out, and then I had to go and wrestle 20 after the fact. Y'all kiss my ass. I'll kiss my ass.
Man, you done got tagged out till you just step aside. That's it. That's it. Oop, you gotta tell me shit. That's it. That's all. Step aside.
So what we got crash tested this Saturday night in Hobart. It's the big Crash Givings extravaganza. We've all had a chance to work this show in the past, but this one's something special. It's 2022, and a lot of the old guard is working with a lot of the new guard. And how do you feel about that, Willie?
I feel it when I see it. You can't. From now on, don't ask me my predictions. I'll tell you when I'm sitting there actually watching it, because some of these guys I ain't never seen wrestle before. So,
you're sitting there watching it, you can't really predict it.
Oh, yes, I can. You talking to the wrong person, Steve. Yes, I can. Talking to the wrong person.
I'll give you that. Rion, what are you looking forward to most about Crash Tested this Saturday?
Taking a nap.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
We got too many matches. Got a referee.
Hey, can I be a referee too? Can I be a referee? Can you give me a referee
too? He's there right now. You talk to him right now. Yeah. He's the guy you want to talk to. I got too many matches. I got a referee, man. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking forward to. I don't know which one I have to deal with. I just know that at a certain point, he's like, okay, did you do these things? And I'm going to have to be like, all right. I mean, if you ask me what type of matches that I want to see, I can't.
Red, what are you looking forward to Saturday night in Hobart as Crash Tested Wrestling presents Crash Givings?
Kicking the shit out of Mike Strong once again.
See, we got different opinions. See, he want to ass whoop. I just want to nap. We're gonna be in the same place.
So now that you've answered that, I ask you the same question. What are you looking forward to most about IPW on Sunday in Richmond Park?
You know what, Steve? So what I'm looking most forward to, honestly, is your decision.
That's what you're looking forward to most.
Because
you're not looking forward to whipping Turtle's ass.
It's not about whipping Turtle's ass. It's not. It's about for months, you being a agent of chaos, as you like to call yourself now,
I didn't call myself that. He called me it.
and stirring the pot for months.
You,
For months.
you had a cat.
Even to the point where the first time I had to go out and save you, and then come back still stirring the pot. And now somebody who does nothing more than show up and give the crowd information if they need it, you know, and he told you. And the IPW office, hey, you got to come up with a solution.
Well, apparently I got an email that I got to read, so we'll see what happens with that.
So my thing is,
So I'm like, we'll see what goes on.
I want to hear what your solution to this is, Steve. That's what. Now I could call you. I could have texted you.
What is Willie doing?
We have no idea. That's why we're not even, you know. But my thing is, I personally didn't want to influence anything that you thought or you felt. This has to be you figuring it out on your own.
Well, I've had a month, and I'm very comfortable with what I must do. And Rocket Pro Wrestling, not Rocket Pro, I'm sorry, IPW Wrestling, being hosted by the Chicago Knockouts that we're going to talk about in a few minutes. You know, it's going to be a special show just for that reason. I mean, me making a decision is ancillary compared to some of the things that are happening. Again, I'm just a guy that is wrong place, wrong time with the wrong mouth. I get it. But they gave me a task, and I'll do what I have to do to satisfy the ownership of the brand. Meanwhile, it's going to be a hell of a show on Sunday. It's going to be a hell of a show on Saturday. You know, Thanksgiving weekend. You know, you've had a chance to have turkey and family. You shopped on Friday, so you got nothing to do on Saturday. Decorate the tree, get yourself ready in the afternoon. Come to Hobart in the evening and check out Crash Tested Wrestling. It's just going to get better and better as we go. And then Sunday, have brunch, go to church, sing some carols, and then come out to IPW in Richmond Park for another splendid episode of that, hosted by the Knockouts. So it's a great weekend of wrestling. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Hey, the Knockouts gonna be there Sunday. They gonna be there Sunday.
All right, now I got the mute button, Willie.
No.
I got the mute button, Willie. So I love you. I respect you. You're a hero to the kids. I've been potatoed by you. I've had potato thrown at me by you. If you start going down that road again, I'm gonna mute your ass.
But see
later,
the thing about it. But see, here's the thing about it. You don't even know when I'm going down that road, man.
I don't. All I know is you went down the road, and I got to sit in the rumble seat and have my ass kicked.
I heard about it.
Yeah, so we're not going down that road again, Willie.
Yeah,
we got boys here that don't want nothing. They got the hoods on. They ain't listening.
So like I said, the opinions of Willie the Bomb Richardson do not reflect the people of the Power Hour. Is that how it goes?
That is how it goes, and it still affected me.
That's how it goes. Okay.
I got the mute button, Willie. I'm ready. I will mute you. I won't like it, but I'll do it.
Hey. All I gotta say, Steve, I'm coming there looking for. Yeah, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank Willie Richardson for his. We think we're putting Willie in the where we're Willie. I'm having trouble with the interweb. I don't know what's happening here. Willie, I'm losing your signal.
Hey, put it like this. Hey, I'll put on some skates, Steve, and I'll show all them chicks how to do it.
had to mute Willie. I had to turn Willie's video feed off. I had to do it. I stopped it. Now Willie's going to beat me up on Saturday.
Sometimes you got to take one for the team, Steve.
So I got my ass verbally kicked by the knockouts on Saturday. I've fallen from grace. You know, I was here. Now I'm kind of here. A lot of animosity. Saturday night. Wasn't feeling the love like I normally feel it. But I earned that. I earned that shit. Willie set me up.
No, he didn't. Willie was being Willie.
Willie's, and did you see what Willie? And Willie had a cat. Did you see the cat?
No, I was.
I know you was looking,
over
but I
there.
got to see the cat.
I wasn't looking.
Axel Rico had a cat.
I didn't look. I don't know what happened. I'll look at it later on. This gets put up, but I was not.
So it's going to be a great weekend of action. The Knockouts hosting IPW Sunday, Crash Givings on Saturday. Red, what went down at SCW? I've had a lot of people tell me it was an amazing show. I've also had a lot of people tell me that ring announcer Mike did a spectacular job. I've also had a lot of people tell me that maybe my time has come.
I'm not gonna say that. I missed you.
You were in the minority, my friend.
I missed you. And let's just be honest.
Really,
that weather was
to my
not
house right now to kill me. That's what's happening.
Hey, just leave your recording that way.
The police
have
have something to go after, right?
We have evidence. But it was a good night. I think everybody went out there and performed to the best of their ability. Run it down as best as I can. Mike Strong making his debut at SCW.
Not helping me.
He's reading the stuff.
He's reading the stuff because he's a good man. He's got my back.
He lost.
Back.
Right. I have every right.
He lost to Kona Laksamana.
Laksamana.
My bad. The Genesis Championship was on the line.
Mulligan was in the house, huh?
Yeah, Mulligan was in the house 2 nights. Hey, and he successfully defended his title against Just Amazing. So
nice.
And the match that had me interested, Chris Ward versus Acid Jazz.
That's the saddest part. Jazz doesn't come to SCW, and I missed it.
Right, he makes rare appearances. But Jazz also lost.
I saw Jazz Friday night, and as he was getting ready to leave, he's like, "You gonna be there tomorrow?" I'm like, "No, I can't be there tomorrow." He's like, "Fuck you then." So that's the gospel according to Jazz.
Yeah, but that's Jazz though. So
that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid.
D'Angelo Steele made his debut.
Another member of the Ark, another Crooked Ark member.
We had nothing to do with it. Lost to Marco Anthony.
Marco with a win.
Marco with the win. The Alliance of Hope versus the ARC. What can be said? They won the battle, but didn't win the war.
Yeah, you don't go to war with the ARC because even if you win, you lose.
I mean, so they won the match, but Odin's son, we kind of put a hurting on him, and I choked him all the way out the arena and threw him out. And then Natasha got all big and bad and wanted a match with Renee, but under my advisement, that wasn't gonna happen unless she puts up the title. So next month, Natasha Crane versus Renee Van Peebles for the SCW's Women Championship.
The Queen of Mean versus the Queen of SCW. Compelling.
So we'll see how it goes. There were two other matches, the JPH versus Aaron Xavier and the women's three-way, Nikki Nix, KO Kendra, and Angel. Unfortunately, I don't know how those matches turned out. I can't remember because, again, I had to get home because it was cold.
It was cold. It was very cold.
And it's cold, and making that drive on that dark highway alone is not fun.
I'm telling you what, you were not as cold as I was. Because I was standing in a parking lot with a ninja. I was cold.
I don't know why you went in the parking lot with a ninja, because I wouldn't have been.
I was like Jack Frost and shit.
I'd have been inside.
Yeah.
So,
we were inside and we had to leave.
Well, you knew you couldn't stay there all night. So, but,
well,
you guys look like you had fun.
We'll talk all about that here in a second. SCW, their next show coming up in December. I will be at that show. I might not have a job. I might just be there as a fan. They don't need my ass, so I'm just going to come out there and hang. I'm going to take the Rion approach. I'm just there.
You'll catch me. I'm a Pokemon.
You are a Pokemon. Call you Charmander.
Catch me.
Catch the Pokemon. So SCW next month. Look forward to the final show of the year there. It's always a good show, the Christmas show. The Christmas shows all December are good. We had Damian Saint on. We talked a little bit about Rocket Pros Christmas Chaos. That's coming up in December. We got the big CCW Super Show with Wrestle League and Dragon Gate December 10th at the HF Auditorium, the Knockout Dome, as I affectionately refer to it now.
Dreamwave, same night.
So Red will not be there for the Super Show, but
I didn't say that.
Is that what? That's like what Damian Saint said.
I'm not listening
to the words.
I just have to listen to certain things. If he say maybe, then maybe.
John Bullard has one hell of a card set up for that Super Show. Wrestle League is a fantastic promotion. What can I say about CCW that I haven't said 1,000 times? One of the prides of my existence in this business. And then Dragon Gate that showed up and showed out at the last CCW show. All three together, some stellar matches. We're going to talk a little bit about that as we get a little closer to the event. It's going to be a great December, a December to remember. Not hawking Lexus here, just feeling pretty fortunate to be working where I am. But maybe none so much as the roller derby. And despite Willie creating my fall from grace, and my hazards to my health being so close to the sin bin, a couple of them took a few little shots at me because they're mad. I didn't break the skate, but she was mad. I didn't hurt the cake, but she was mad. There's a lot of mad.
You walked in angry.
It was the best roller derby experience I have ever had, despite the fact that there were some salty folks about some things that were said on this show. It was the fastest 2 periods of roller derby that I have ever seen. C-Red's girlfriend, Megatron, made a return, and she was fierce. Killer Whale is a roller derby competitor that we don't speak about near enough. She takes that turn and takes out 3 women with 1 elbow is amazing. We talk about wrestling and what you have to bring to the table to succeed there. You saw some fights. You were there.
Mm-hmm.
You saw a girl get kicked with 2 skates, like a drop kick, like she was setting up for a missile drop kick.
Yes, I did.
There were some, Eddie Guerrero-esque suplexes. Like I thought one of them was going into Three Amigos.
Yeah, there was I don't want to say there was a takeover that took place. There was a couple of things that took place. Oh, Jesus.
There were fights all over the damn joint. And you know why? Because security sucked.
I didn't see him.
You know why security sucked? Because it was left in the hands of the bros. It was left in the hands of Russell All-Star. All-Star, all-time, TD.
Yeah, he just changed name. Yeah.
Whatever. It's going to be Russell LeBron next week. But that's neither here nor there. Hot Rod Daddy Andy did his best, but his amigos let him down as the fights broke out. And the bros, I love them.
Mm-hmm.
They're great, but they're not keepers of the peace.
I mean, you're talking to me. I mean, I saw it. They can only do so much. I mean,
What do you mean they can only do so much? They didn't do anything.
I mean, it's 4 of them. It's like 40 of them. Like, I don't know.
But they're the bros.
I don't know what you
stuff.
think is going to happen if there's 2 fights happening and there's 4 of them.
And Russell was too busy shuffling
like,
to do anything to help.
You're not wrong. I mean, a very old Cactus or Russian Blue. I mean, she fought a ref. Like, I don't know, like, what you want done. Like, I don't know what you expected out of security. If they willing to fight refs, what do you think security gonna do?
That's fair. That did happen too. It was the most entertaining spectacle that we've seen yet from the roller derby, from the knockouts. The fans were buzzing, and you have to admit that crowd was absolutely on fire from the minute it started.
I'm looking at that list over there. There's 2 in particular that I'm just like blown away, just in general, because it's normally the same ones that I see like that are able to just take over the bouts, but 2 in particular, I was just like, that's absolutely insane, and that's Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is
Holy
tough.
shit.
She is tough. And I'll tell you what, Mouthpiece is my co-announcer, or well, he's the lead announcer. I'm just the guy that says dumb shit. But Mouthpiece made a comment on the speed of Beetlejuice, and Beetlejuice was mad and came looking for him after the show and thought it was me.
It looked as if she was running on skates. I know that doesn't make any sense, but at one point it looked like she wasn't just skating, it looked like she was literally running around on skates. It was fucking unreal. The other one I want to put on there is Sugar Smacks. Sugar Smacks.
Listen, she had a birthday spectacular. Her friends and family came out and represented that birthday.
It's not so much that like her having a birthday, it's the fact that stuff that she was doing. She was 50 years old. Like, I was like,
you shouldn't be that fast and violent at 50.
No, you shouldn't. Now you probably like now Red's
getting mad. Red's get different. It's a red
different environment. Do you have skates you were going to put on anytime soon?
Put some preparation H on that butt hurt. That's not what we meant.
Now, what did you say, Ryan?
I said, did you plan on putting any skates on anytime soon?
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure before you like look at me funny. I just know what I saw, because she looks like she's in her 30s. Like, the way that she was moving around, I was like, this is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. I think that day she had just turned 50. Like,
Amazing. I mean, the whole crew was spectacular.
Agreed. They all did great. They, especially the new ones, especially the ones that was like their first bout. Like, I cannot remember what her name is, but there was one that got smacked into a wall. Her first route that she did. As soon as she gets smacked straight up into the wall, she just got back like it didn't happen.
The impacts were harder than I've ever seen at the roller derby. It was really Biohazard Barbie was literally beating people to death.
That's the one. That's the one. I'll just say it. She didn't give a fuck.
She didn't give
She
two
didn't
fucks.
care. She did not care. If
And-
you were in her area, she was the polar opposite of what was taking place with Russian Blue. Because I saw that if someone needed a whip, she was able to swing people around, and no one was able to stop it. Like I think it was Marley Quinn that she was able to move. Like every time she got a chance before her skate like popped off, she was able to just swing her around and almost use her like a bat. She was swinging her through in order to get stuff done. But the biohazard bars.
And
No whip, just straight
elbows. Potatoes all day. Willie would have loved it. When Marley's skate broke, that was a very real moment. There was real emotion there. And it was one of those moments that I paused and was like, wow, that is amazing, because you don't even think of, you think of the skates as a part of them.
Mhm.
Like it's one with who they are. And then when it breaks.
I've never seen it. Because I've gone to derbies like for years, and I've never seen it. I've watched it on TV. I've went to them live. I've never seen a skate break in the middle of a bout.
I mean, it broke in half. The whole part. They had a word for it. I forget it right now. That's unfortunate that I'm not more prepared. But it was a devastating moment, and she was off the floor for a significant period. And when she got put on the shelf, the Haunters made a real push to overtake the comic book Crushers, but it didn't happen. And the Crushers walk away with the win, the golden skate, and an undefeated season. So they are the Miami Dolphins of roller derby.
Agreed.
They are the GOAT. And how fast is Kapower Girl? How fast was she?
I feel like the only one that even had a chance was Beetlejuice.
Yeah. And that was a rivalry all night.
Yeah.
They jammed on each other all night long. And we voted on the awards at the end. Our good friend and our colleague Cactus Rack won. Russian Blue was the Sin Bin Queen. Now we get a sheet that the referees keep, and we often give the Sin Bin award to the one most penalized. But in this case, everybody was kind of penalized equally. We gave it to Blue because she's the only skater that I've ever seen literally beat the shit out of a referee.
I saw her grab the ref, and I saw them go towards a wall. I didn't see anything else because of where I was, but I heard enough. That whatever happened in that corner.
That's all I could say on commentary. I'm like, she beat up a ref. That ref is going to the hospital.
I don't know what happened, but I heard enough on that side to know that it was bad.
And we gave the award for impact player to the skater that owned the night. Anytime Sugar Smack did anything on that floor, the spirit of her 50th, the presence of her family, she skated like she was on fire. And it really resonated. And some of those big moments when the Haunters started to make that push, it always seemed like Sugar Smack was there to push somebody down, make a key block.
She did a couple of whips herself.
Maybe
80 pounds. But she used all 80 to whip people.
A misconception about roller derby that some have. It's just women skating in a circle, bumping each other.
Mm-hmm.
There is a theory, there is an art, there is a science, there is a strategy. And I usually find myself watching the jammers mostly, but at this bout, it was all the action and excitement was happening in the blockers, in the pack, because they were violent.
Agreed.
They were violent. So the Comic Book Crushers 2022 champions, the knockouts traveled this month. And in December, they're going to be
Michigan.
They're going to be in Michigan doing, I think they're doing bank track, aren't they?
Mhm.
So if you get a chance, I believe it's December 3rd is the
Yeah,
date.
same. Yeah.
We're doing Rocket Pro, so we won't get to see it. If we weren't doing Rocket Pro, I would be in Michigan. We would go, we would road trip.
Agreed. I could probably still go. I mean, I don't have to wrestle. I'll be all right. I think I'll be okay.
You're a
They're not
feature.
gonna miss-
You're
they're
a
not gonna
feature
miss.
player.
Everyone's a feature player there. I think I'll be okay.
That's
I think I'll be
That's
fine.
not what GM Saint said.
It is what it is. I mean, I'm good. What's the worst that could happen to me? I go back away for 6 months. Like I'm good. Like I'll be okay.
That's fair. That's fair indeed. She's sick tonight. She's not feeling well. When at the beginning of the year, it was just me and C-Red. We were doing the power hour. We would have our guests and everything was fine. And then I thought it would be a good idea to bring Rion on board. And, each and every show, each and every time he makes fun at me and laughs at me and we have the exchanges here. I'm always glad that we brought you on because I feel like, and I've had people tell me that you bring an air of levity to the show that we didn't have without you. So I'm very, very.
People told you that?
Yes.
People told you to bring an air of leverage.
An air of I'm paraphrasing.
People came to you directly. It was like, Steve, we aren't out there bringing levity to this whole show.
Not in that word. I'm paraphrasing.
Okay.
Right. But you bring a certain lightness to the show that people enjoy.
It's because Red is dark skinned.
That's not what it means. That's racist. That's not what it means. If I'd have said some of that shit, you guys would be all over me.
Yep. And I'm waiting for it.
That's not happening. It's not happening. You're not trapping me. I give you what you want. You're not trapping me. So thank you. I'm very thankful for you this year for all that you've done and many other things. I tried to give you some roses and love on social media and was left unread, but that's okay.
Oh, I saw it.
It's fine. You don't got to say nothing. It was more for me than for you anyway.
Exactly.
Damn. Reality sucks. Moving on. Thank you for everything. That's the best I can do. Cactus Rack. When I started doing the roller derby, I thought it would be great to bring her in because nobody exemplifies roller derby better than her. And I really wanted someone that I could talk with about it that was involved in it. And she has done nothing but dazzle and be great from the first show she had. And, we're missing her tonight. Hopefully she'll be better and back soon. But I'm really thankful that, we have an extraordinary group of people that do this show that makes me feel very fortunate to be doing this show. When I was doing this show by myself at the beginning, I was like, should just turn this off. Nobody's going to want to watch this. They want to see what Red and Rion and Cactus say. So you guys have given life to this show that I could not give by myself. And I'm thankful every time we do this that you're here. Red, there was no power hour without you. There was Last Man Standing for a minute, but you put the power in the power hour. It doesn't work without you. So, you need to be around for a very long time so we can keep doing this because, you've said it before and I'll say it now. Sometimes after a bad day, I need this. It lifts my spirits to come on here and talk with you guys. It lifts my spirits to interview people like Axel Rico. It lifts my spirits to talk with GM Saint and even Willie, despite his obsession with cats.
Wait to see this later. I'm glad I didn't see it when it happened.
Yeah, we're gonna continue. So again, it's the Thanksgiving episode. I'm very thankful for the people that do this show with me because I would not do it myself. Some people do podcasts by themselves. I am not that guy.
I don't even know how. I don't even know how that's a thing.
Some people are entertaining enough. I am not entertaining enough. So I'm happy that I have you guys to make me way more entertaining than I am. So those are my Thanksgiving things. And I'm going to end with this. And then I'm going to ask you for your thankfulness. On Instagram, I posted the same thing I did on Facebook. Tell us what you're thankful for, and I'll read it. And David J. Thurm on Instagram gave us some roses. He says, I'm thankful for the Power Hour, that on every Tuesday, the Power Hour is the best in the world. And that, my friends, is why we do it. Even if it's just one person that finds what we do entertaining enough to look forward to and watch every week, we will continue to do it. Because if we can lift one spirit, then what more can we do? What more can we need? So thank you, David. We'll keep doing this just for you. If you're the only one watching, we'll keep doing this for you.
He is not. He is not the only one.
See Red. It's been a tough day. It's been a tough year. What are you thankful for, my friend?
You would start with me right today.
Well, I did mine. You'll do you. We'll do Rion, and then we'll wrap this package.
Oh,
I mean, I could go to Rion if you want to collect yourself, and I could come back to you. I don't want to put you on the spot.
I'm going to say nonsense. I'm going to tell you right now. There's going to be a lot of nonsense coming out of my mouth, and I can go for days. You can go right ahead and
go ahead with the nonsense.
Right? All right. I'm thankful for my beard. I'm thankful for this comb that has made it so that I can comb said beard. I am thankful for the makers of this beard. They'll be on. Well, not the makers of the beard, but the makers of the comb, because the one that was able to get the comb in here is Amish beard oil. Amish beard oil, they have some balm you could use, and as well as the oil that you could put on the side. I didn't get a chance to use it today.
Is it too late to bring back Willie?
But I'm thankful for all these things in order for me to make an effort to try to look cute, because that's what I bring to the show sometimes. And all the times. It all depends on the beard. The beard is good, and I'm cute for the day. If not, then I just got to be fugly for the remainder of the day.
It's the levity.
Well, see, I just want to know if who's out there talking about levity. I want to know who is out there.
We all have to have levity.
Which I want to know who came to you. It was like, sir, the levity that Rion brings to the show. It's absolutely amazing. Who the fuck?
Ewok, of course.
Ewok came to you. I'm talking to Ewok on Sunday. Like, are you out here talking about levity?
Ewok, he was like, bruh, the levity. That's all he had to say.
I'm pretty sure he didn't say that, but that's fine.
Ewok doesn't watch the show. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna go with see what else I can be thankful for. I'm thankful for Star Wars.
Me too.
Because without Star Wars, I would not be able to look at Funhouse and look at Star Boys with them making fun of Star Wars. That's a Funhouse is a YouTube channel. If you want to check that out, they have a bunch of weird stuff. I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm thankful for YouTube for making things great. Because
we thank YouTube for being the vessel that our show rides on.
Because you could watch it or you can listen to it. It works both ways. Especially now they have it where you could just click on that and shrink it so where your phone just keeps running. Then they had the originals. They don't have the originals anymore because that's kind of gone away. But you could so much stuff you could just do on YouTube. You listen to music. They have their own separate thing, and I'm thankful for music as well. Because music helps with everyday, like when I'm at work, I just be listening to all the stuff, a lot of genres.
My son and I were in the car the other day, and we were playing. He's a big Michael Jackson fan. It's the only thing we agree on musically. Although he's trying to turn me on to The Weeknd, and I see why he likes that too. We were playing a song called "Farewell, My Summer Love," which was kind of it's a song by Mike, but it's not a very well-known song, and he really likes that. And he's like, "What's your favorite?" So of course I played "Can You Feel It?" And
it's not Michael Jackson.
No, it's not. It's the Jacksons from the Triumph album. I know
that's a very strong Tito song.
That is not a very strong Tito song.
Very strong Tito song.
Tito play guitar on it. Tito don't sing on that.
I'm telling you, when you look at the video, and they say, "Can you feel it?" Towards the 3-minute mark, you see Tito with his guitar.
Yeah, but that pales in,
that
that pales in comparison to the fire clap over the head.
Put fire over the head. That was a reference to him catching fire.
That was not, because that didn't happen. That didn't happen yet.
Then it was
a preview.
It was a premonition.
It was a premonition of the fire. Fuck Pepsi. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I was telling him about, how I became a Michael Jackson fan, how we all, I got into it for Thriller, when that album came out, it was big. And then I kind of backtracked. I knew the Jackson 5, I watched the cartoon, knew the songs, but I didn't really hear Michael until Thriller. And then I heard Off the Wall and it blew my mind and I was obsessed. And then I watched Making Michael Jackson Thriller, the documentary. Mm-hmm. And that's where I saw Can You Feel It for the first time. And that was when I was 14 years old. And that song has been with me since I was 14 years old. And I listen to that more than any other Michael Jackson involved song. That is one of the great songs ever written. It's fortuitous that it's your theme song, but it truly is one of the great songs. And if you get the Jacksons live record, which is, for my money, one of the best live recordings ever from their 81 tour, the way that show opens with that song, straight up fire. So I love music too. I can feel it. It's the one common denominator my son and I have. We can feel it. We're all Rion Skills fans here.
You want me to keep going with that?
I do.
Okay. All right. I'm thankful for video games.
I am not thankful for Switch.
Video games could it helps you focus. It helps you love, laugh, cry. Helps you with all your emotions. It's like wrestling, but it's something you can actually control as opposed to yelling to the screen. Unless you are like, I don't know,
Al Snow
games or Al Snow, depending on it's a bunch of weird intangibles when it comes to wrestling. But with video games, you can kind of sort of control the intangibles if you know the algorithm. You can just kind of figure it out. As long as you know how to work the stuff, you can pretty much.
Thankful for a lot.
I'm waiting on Red to jump in every time. I can tell I'm thankful for these pancakes that I ate. These pancakes were delicious. There was sausage as well. That was because it's like pigs in a blanket, but the bed ain't made. So you can just
we don't make
there you
have it. There's the name of tonight's episode. It's like pigs in the blanket, but the bed ain't made. Where's my pen? I'm writing that shit right now. We're that.
I can keep going.
It's like the power hour is like pigs in a blanket, but that shit ain't made.
All right.
Woo. Okay, are you good, Rick? I had
you end on.
I have more.
We're closing you down with that one. We'll have part 2. Go ahead, Red.
I'm thankful for foolishness like this.
Levity.
To sit back. Ooh, excuse me. This has been a very rough year emotionally for me. Way more lows than highs. I wouldn't be remiss. I am thankful for my Power Hour family. Only because you guys have been there for me when the recording stops, when nobody else sees it. You guys have been there. And Gal. I'm thankful that I'm here right at this moment. Today is not a good day. Not at all. But and anybody that knows me knows I hate this season now, where I used to, I'm not gonna say appreciate it or love it. I just didn't realize what I had. And when you have that loved one that is no longer there for those moments, you don't realize how much your world will be affected. So I'm not looking forward to Thursday. I'm not looking forward to December 25th. I no longer even celebrate my birthday just because it's not the same. But I'm thankful that I can do some good or try to in this hellacious world we live in. I'm thankful just for everyone that tunes in. They don't have to, but they do. And for whatever reason, they comment or whatever on the show.
Imagine if we were live. Just saying.
I'm working on that for 23.
I don't know how. Thankful for other stuff. Just today, like I said, is a rough day. But and I'm thankful that Rihanna is gonna read this email that I am sitting over here wondering what they have to say. Because I don't know if it affects me, if it affects you know, do I get to stay home Sunday?
No, you got a match on Sunday. You don't get to stay home.
I don't know that.
It's
The
advertised. It's an advertised match. I saw the
The
graphic.
liaison has an email. In the email, it could say,
I don't think he's reading that email tonight.
he said he had an email.
Yeah, but he's not reading it tonight. He's going to read it Sunday.
Well, right now, I was texting somebody, but if you want me to go and look the email up, I'll do that.
I'm just curious what the email said.
All right,
Because
you continue talking about what you're thankful for. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this text real quick. You said you thankful for cigarettes? Thankful?
no, I'm thankful for cigars. I'm not thankful for cigarettes.
All right. That's on me.
Cigarettes are from the devil, and I can't seem to kick the habit. I am thankful for friendship, loyalty, brothers. When you're an only child, you don't understand what those things are. You don't know what those things mean. So when people come into your life
and bring levity
and bring levity and joy and happiness, it's something that's to be appreciated. And that's what this crew does constantly. And I know it's just not me. I know it's other people that get that same love and respect back. So that shows what good-hearted people you guys are. So I thank you.
You're a
'Cause
beautiful man, C-Red. There's no doubt about that. All right, we're going to wrap this package. So you got an email to read, or
Oh, I read it. I could paraphrase it.
he read it? He's going to paraphrase it.
Apparently, Steve gets a chance to take on the workhorses or one of the workhorses, and it's just a matter of how he wants to handle it. Because apparently, if he doesn't handle it, not only will he have to leave the company, but I will as well.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I have to have a match with the workhorses or a workhorse. And
Apparently, it's your choice.
so I can fight one or all.
Mm-hmm. But if you fight, that's something you got to figure out.
And if I choose not to fight, I lose my status at IPW as ticket taker and resident loudmouth, and I don't get to come anymore. And you are no longer information liaison.
Because I inadvertently got involved, which I'm supposed to stay neutral.
My fault.
You know.
Well, looks like I'll have to do a little bit of thinking over the holiday and see how we're going to handle this. I was not expecting this. I was expecting to take tickets and do some commentary and watch the knockouts do their thing. Hopefully kick somebody's ass. But now there's more. Now there's more.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll get an email yourself if you haven't already.
I have not gotten an email.
Well, give it
I didn't
time.
even know IPW knew my email address.
Trust me, they will.
Well, and that's how it ends. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Cactus Rack, Russian Blue, our friend Rachel, on behalf of Rion Skills, on behalf of the urban sensation C-Red, we here at the Power Hour would like to wish you and your family the happiest of Thanksgivings. We appreciate you watching us each and every week, and we look forward to the month of December and then a brand new year. You ride with us, we'll ride with you. Want to thank our guest tonight, CSW champion Axel Rico, Rocket Pro general manager Damian Saint, and the ever entertaining Willie Richardson.
Hurt you to say it, didn't it?
Hurt me to say it.
Felt it out. He couldn't even get it out.
Couldn't even get it out. A little verklempt.
Try it again. Try it again.
And Hall of Famer Willie
There
Richardson.
you go.
Thanks, Willie. Put the cat away, Willie. Don't play with the cat, Willie. And next week on this program, our guests will be none other than Kings of the Sixth, Skylar Reed and Devin August, and we will run roughshod all over those Canadian idiots. I run roughshod all over the Canadians because they're entwined in a battle with my friends in the LIM. That will not stand. Happy holidays. Thank you, Red. Thank you, Rion. Thank you, Rachel. I'm Steve. We will see you next time. Enjoy the holidays, and we will see you on the flip side. Good night, everybody.